Oh boy, I hit the stream button. Here's hoping it is actually streaming right now. Yay, I think it is. Yeah, technology. I'm working on a character reference sheet for my Exalted RPG character right now, because we're about to do an art trade in the community, so I figured I'd finally finish up this reference sheet. It's the day after Thanksgiving and I had a little time to work on some fun art, so I figured I'd pull this old thing out again. I've been trying to finish it for a long time now. Just haven't had the time lately. But it's been nice taking a few days off for Thanksgiving. Hope everyone had a great day. My US Turkey Day peeps. And everyone else. Just hope you had a good day. And I'm testing out Restream, so we'll see if it's actually streaming to YouTube and Twitch right now. And then I can actually reply to you guys within the Restream chat thingy. There's so much new tech here, I honestly don't know what I'm doing, but we'll figure it out. Seems like it's working. And you guys should be hearing some music on your end. That's hopefully not drowning me out. And hello! I have people in the chat, how fun! Oh yeah, I guess I should post on the social medias that I'm streaming to. Let me do that for a second. Oh hey, lots of people in the chat. Cool. Can stare at Kalara's line art bum for a while I put out the word on the social medias. And if there's any bugs or anything, let me know. Still learning OBS and all the loopholes and things. Oh, I'm hard to hear? Let me see. Let me see if I can turn my microphone boost up. Okay, how's my sound now? Am I clearer now? Hopefully I'm a good level. Alright. Up in the boost and all of that good stuff, so hopefully I'm clearer. Can turn my music down a little. Hopefully you can't hear me breathing. Alright, cool. Sounds good. Eventually I'll just hop on a stream and start drawing. But until that point, gotta figure out all this technology. This is so cool. I can see all of you guys from Twitch and YouTube right now. Yes, husband, you cannot download Destiny 2 tonight while I'm streaming. You don't have time to play it anyway. You've got Final Fantasy. And Assassin's Creed. Nerd. Which I've been rocking Assassin's Creed Origins lately, and oh my god, it's so inspiring. All the Exalted inspiration for the South. Okay, social media. Okay, time for drawings. Cool. Yay, technology. Yeah, Echo, I've got sort of a custom setup right now because I'm sort of watching or listening to a movie rather, because I like to have movie background noise. But I can't really play that because of copyrights, and I've got tired of YouTube randomly banning my videos because I played a random anime song that's banned worldwide. So I figured out a way to like thread royalty-free music through one browser so you guys could listen to that while I listen to something else because it would drive me insane. I'm very picky about music and listening things. So I got a little bit of a complex setup going on. But yeah, I'm so excited about the Exalted Secret Santa going on, so I gotta get this reference sheet done. I have so many characters I want to throw at the Secret Santa thing, but not a lot of art for them, so it's nice to finally get at least one of my characters' sheets done. I got a lot to do because there's an expression sheet, there's a wardrobe sheet. I actually solved the royalty-free music problem by just loading up a few people on YouTube who I know allow YouTube licensing. So I made a playlist before I started tonight of music that wasn't so bad, that kind of fit the mood of the piece that I'm working on. So I wonder if this line art bum makes my channel not safe for work. Well. Hopefully not, but it has undies now. It is safe for work. No, I just started drawing, computer. I don't want to get off. Leave me alone. You guys can't see it, but I have like an exercise, a thing that says get off the computer before you petrify. Let me turn that off. Yes, the butt. Don't don't actually draw a lot of back views of characters, so this ought to be interesting. My anatomy's probably all off. I'll probably have to pull up some charts later and fix her. Or maybe do like a quick 3D render to try and check my anatomy that way. I always give people long anime legs. Oh, I actually can't do that with YouTube because, like I said, some songs are banned worldwide, and if they detect them in your video, they'll just block your video from being viewed. So, oh yeah, this split screen is really handy. It's so basically, if you want to keep part of your picture up in another window, you do that by going to Window, Arrange, and new window for your file. I didn't know Photoshop could do this until I had to multi-stream. Like, I had to check my colors on another monitor because my old Cintiq was really inaccurate for colors. So I draw on my Cintiq and then have the new window up on the second monitor. And the reason this is handy is because when I draw on either of these, it shows the change on the other file too. So it's very handy for seeing your file come to life. I'm like, brain trying to figure out what side thumb is on. Yeah, okay. But yeah, super handy for checking colors or just wanting to see what your composition is looking like from far away. But yeah. Giant head. She's got the big head problem going on. It's either big head or big hands. But yeah, I'm excited about the characters that I'm going to put up for the Exalted Secret Santa. And if anyone who likes Exalted wants to join us, it's being hosted through Tumblr, through the Exalted Few Tumblr. It's a fan Tumblr for Exalted stuff. And they're gathering people now, so do the thing. I'll put a link in the recording of this once it goes up on my YouTube channel. And the characters I want to enter are this lady right here. She's kind of my one of my favorite characters right now. It's the Eclipse I play in the tabletop game. And the other characters are probably going to be the Nightcast I've been talking about named Laughing Fox. He's kind of this sneaky, always smiling, devious character who can never tell what's on his mind. And he basically does things because they're fun. She's got like an elf ear going on. Oh, I'm gonna have to do so much anatomy checking for this later. But yeah, he's a sneaky Nightcast type. He's a lot of fun. And then the other guy is one of Kalara's mentors. She has a lot of mentors in her life. And this guy is actually a dragon-blooded fire aspect she meets very early on after she exalted. She joined this like, band of bandits that were living out in the countryside of Nexus. And they were led by this fire aspect guy. And he's pretty cool. He's inspired by Blackbeard, who's one of the coolest pirates ever. Particularly when he would tie hemp into his beard and like set it on fire and have it billowing smoke just to freak people out. So I had to make a character inspired by that. So that is Kazan, my fire aspect character. So he'll be on the Secret Santa docket too. A nice wide range of characters. And he's kind of an older fellow too, so that's new instead of like, you know, super sexy guy like Laughing Fox or cool lady like Kalara here. He's a much older fire aspect. He's kind of got that sexy old guy thing going on, I guess. Wow, lots of people around at 9:30 the day after Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a good one. Weird leg anatomy. Oh my god, this foreshortening is killer. She's got such fluffy hair. I am remembering to name my layers this time. Her hair's always flowing. Like a shampoo commercial. L'Oreal for Solars. Wow, I didn't think anyone would be on the chat tonight. Hello, all new peepers. I have to remember that when I verbally respond to someone on YouTube, it does not always make sense to the people on Twitch. So if you hear me answer a question that you didn't see in chat, that is what's going on. I promise I'm not going insane. I mean, I could be. But generally I am not. Mullet. Okay, let me fix this so she's not got such mullet hair. My husband says I'm already insane. Don't listen to him. If I am, it's his fault. Because someone always puts the wet towels on the floor. Oh my god. I'm someone mentioned Hellblade in chat and yeah. That was something. That was a really great game, but I don't think I will ever play that one again. It was so stressful. But awesome. I mean, who wouldn't love a game where you're going insane and journeying through Viking hell? I mean, that's just a combination for some really interesting imagery. In fact, I'm pretty sure I will probably end up streaming some Assassin's Creed Origins at some point because that game is so sexy not to share it with people. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Of course, most of my time in it is spent like galloping around, looking at scenery, because it's just so damn gorgeous. Okay, I went a little crazy with the hair. I need to stop. I need to move on. I need to move on from the hair. So back to lines. Ondo. So is anyone else here gonna do the Exalted Secret Santa? You know, you want to. Echo, I'm looking at you. Okay, she's got like a wedgie going on. Yeah, let me fix that wedgie. I should have put the undies on their own layer. So let me do that. There we go. That's better. Like, this is pretty difficult anatomy because I'm used to drawing people from the front, so I haven't studied the back muscles or drawn them as much as I really should. So like there's all sorts of weirdness going on in this right now. It's a weird. Whoops. Yes, I need to study more backsides. It's true. God, I don't even know what's going on with this hand. Alright, think brain. You can anatomy tonight. So that thumb would be like this. This is what I get for not studying. I admittedly have been so bad about doing regular studies because I've been so pressed for deadlines that I've just been like, I'll take some pose reference and rely on my reference instead of my anatomy knowledge. Which is fine on a deadline, but you know, then when you have to draw stuff from your imagination, you're like, how do thumb work? Thumbs stick out of hand like this. Like a hot dog. But yeah, that's gonna be one of my New Year's resolutions, is to try and get more studying in and stop being lazy about it. Or just not making the time. I wouldn't say I'm lazy, I'm always freaking working, but like, lazy about making time for fundamentals. Fundamentals are important so you can draw bum cracks correctly. Oh, I forgot to name a layer. Bums. Oh my god, ankle tendons. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. She's got some weirdness. The arms are very strange. But I will probably, again, make a 3D render. And oh, I know exactly what'll make this even weirder so I can fix it. I'm gonna flip it. Oh my god, she's a long-legged monster! So yeah, let's shorten this leg. Or should I make the other one longer? Choices. I love transform, it lets me be lazy. Yeah, I think it'll help once I get a shadow under her feet, so she is not floating. Although, one foot is kind of like going through the ground at this point. Feet. So I can ground the feet with the perspective plane here. That'll help a little bit. The imaginary perspective plane. Okay, it's a little better. God, feet are weird. She got a little more slender in this back view too. Should I need more hips, I think. Legs. Okay, I'm gonna make them shorter. Let's see, think. You stare at them for a minute. Because about 50% of the job is staring to see what's wrong. Ankle super thin. Okay, let me fix that first. I should just pull up some anatomy charts, but I'm lazy. Oops. Okay. Keep grabbing the wrong layer. There we go. Have to turn off my auto grab. Well, at least a serviceable backside for reference purposes. So the next thing I have to figure out is she's got a fair amount of scars because I like to torture myself with complex character designs that are hard to draw over and over again because I hate myself. Probably end up inking over this again in another layer. It's like sketch layer, sketch layer over sketch layer until I get the shapes I want, and then finalize them all in another layer. The power of the layers. That's the thing when you get a lot of RAM. And the contours of this bra are all wrong. If there's anything that will spoil the convincing perspective of clothing or a pose, it's if your contours are kind of running the wrong direction. And trivia fact, I based her underwear off of ancient Roman frescoes. Or at least the top bra part was ancient Roman frescoes, and then the bottom was the Japanese underwear, which now I can't remember the name. But it's a loincloth where it's just basically on one piece and you wrap it through and tie it on the sides. It's worn by both men and women. It's that time I spent like an hour looking for underwear references for non-modern underwear. That was a fun Google search. Especially look up Japanese women underwear. Alright, time to flip it. Flip it good. Much better. Still some warping going on. That is now apparent when I flip it back around. My eyeballs betray me. Alright. So next, save. Always save. Don't forget to save. I feel like she needs a bigger booty before I move on. I thought I was done. I was not done. She needs a bigger booty. So she's got all this on her thighs going on. She needs a bigger booty. Girl got a big old booty. Oh no. That looks right. Okay, save. Alright, time to pull up some reference that I had for her back scars. So warning if scars are triggering for you, because she has some nasty cuts on her back. Well, not cuts, but scars from cuts. From a very unkind master. Of course, I have a billion references that are mostly clothing of Kalara that I haven't sorted into a section yet, so my entire board is like amazing clothing. So all my useful references are buried by Kalara's closet. Nope. The more I look at this hand, the more I think you wouldn't actually see the thumb angled that way. my gosh. It's kind of hidden by her body there. I really will have to fiddle with this later. So the way I describe these scars in her story is that they are like a lightning strike. And there are 11 strikes. I'm trying not to make them too symmetrical. And I've not ever drawn her scars before, so I've never drawn them. So I've never defined them other than in writing, so this is interesting. Poor girl. Nope, too symmetrical. Yep, that's 11. I think that will work. Whoop. Ugh. Can't even imagine getting a cut that big in the baby flesh there. I'm a bad character creator. I'm sorry, character. Oh wait, that's her bra. Oh well. I need to draw it all out anyway for the next reference shot over here. Which I'm gonna be lazy and copy paste it. I mean smart, not lazy. Efficient. Uh-oh, Photoshop, don't freeze on me. Okay, good. Well, they're not pretty, but they definitely were not meant to be. And now the hair has a tangent. Must fix. Hmm. Now I am noodling. The noodling is an important part of the discovery process with design. Yep. Oh, how did I change brushes? Whoops. This newfangled Photoshop's trying to troll me. Although I do really like what's come with CC 2018. All the new, interesting, traditional brushes. Which, like, traditional media brushes. And then the symmetry tool. Trying to get that lightning look. I think I got it. And I just need to stop noodling with it. Except I'm gonna noodle one last thing. I liked it before. And she would also have, it occurs to me, after thinking about her story, she's also survived an explosion with shrapnel. So I imagine these scars are even worse than that. First you've got cuts, then you've got, a whole blast against your back from shrapnel. Yeah, I am never drawing this character without a shirt ever again. Nope. Never again. All scarring character history you can read in her story, which I promise is more uplifting than it sounds. actually really like this back view. And more scars for this character. Next is the hand scar, which is probably the most iconic scar of hers since the nickname people have given her is the Uncrucified, which was inspired by the fact that they tried to kill her by crucifying her, but she managed to survive. She convinced them, I should say, that what they were doing was wrong and she was innocent, and they just let her walk away. That was her exaltation, or the experience that led to her being chosen by the god of the sun, for those who don't know Exalted. But she was only stabbed through one hand, so she only has the one hand with the scar. I'm trying to draw more stylized anatomy, since this style I'm going for is somewhere between anime and realistic. And that means the fingernails wouldn't be too pronounced. Or at least I find that's one of the details that I tend to lose when I'm starting to push things more into stylized animation or anime look. Although that can get tricky because fingernails are a great way to show the perspective on the hand. And feel free to ask questions in the chat. I occasionally am looking up and glancing at the chat window. Although sometimes I do get sucked into this because my brain is concentrating on difficult forms. Thinking these fingers are a little too much the same length. Oops, wrong layer. Trying to add a little more elegance to this hand, so it's not. So it's a little more visually interesting. And I think I've been drawing Art Nouveau stuff too long because I want to add all the flow to the hands. Yeah, I think this hand was luck. Yeah, this hand was luck. Actually, I do remember when I first sketched this, I sat here and I made the shapes, and I sat here and tried to make sure all the planes were lined up. Did all the underdrawing first before I actually did this hand. So maybe it wasn't all luck. Probably some kind of anatomy sticking in my head. And Echo, stay hydrated. Hydration is good for you. And I've realized that this particular scar is based more on the fictional, idealized version of the crucifixion scar, since traditionally that was done through the wrists and not the hand. So I'm definitely going for more of an artistic portrayal here with Kalara's hand scar. Because there's just something culturally ingrained in seeing this wound from religion. And I always mused in my head, well, the Unconquered Sun, when he exalted her and gave her all these powers and basically let her escape her own execution without injury, when she was saged, or when she exalted, the wound from the crucifixion healed. And I always wondered, well, why didn't he just heal that up? And I like to think that he left her with that scar to remind her that you're still mortal. You still better watch out that you can die, even if you have great power now. So I imagine she looks at this scar and thinks it's a cautionary tale for her to always be mindful that no matter how powerful she gets, she can still be killed. So that's my internal reasoning for her still having the scar, even though she could have been healed if the god really wanted her to be. And now we're gonna flip it. And actually it does pretty well when you flip it. Always a good sign. I also hate it when fingers get a little too straight looking, because it to me kills all the convincing look of the anatomy, so I always want to try and... It kills the perspective, basically, so I try to bring in some hint of plane, which is, again, really tough when you're drawing in this simplified style. So trying to imply there is a joint. This finger is not a noodle. Hey. Alright. And I think is serviceable. Let's see if I can have as good luck with this one down here. That shows yet another scar of hers. I swear 3/4 of the sheet so far has been rad scars Kalara has. But hey, we're almost halfway through the sheet. Woohoo! Almost. And then I got the good idea to do swatches here on the bottom from looking at the character sheets online and realizing, hey, that's actually an incredibly smart idea, because then people can use the eyedrop tool to color pick from the circles instead of having to dig around in your picture to try and find a midtone. So that's smart, I think. And this was the brand put on her by the woman who adopted her after her parents died. It's kind of a trademark of her business. Good old Auntie Neon. She used to gather orphans and raise them up until they were a proper age that they could be sold. And in her eyes, she was doing the kids a favor because they'd had a nice life with her before she sold them off, and she tried to make sure that they were sold off to good people. And this was her guild trademark. She was a member of the guild in Gym. The mark of the sweet children, as it's called. So that plays a pretty big part in Kalara's early history in the story that I've been writing. She was an early mentor, another mentor, but kind of a unintentional one. She was good at business, even if she was kind of a scavenger of people. That was one of Kalara's first experiences dealing with someone who was savvy in business. Was this woman who was just really good at convincing people that she was a saint. She was helping the children, so you should give her all this free food and stuff for all the children she's helping. And in a city where you had a lot of plague and poverty, she made good money. Okay, that hand didn't come out too bad. But we must flip it first. Another thing I like to do with hands is I don't like to have all of the fingers being the same distance apart because it just looks so mechanical. So I always tend to group them up a little. That's why I got the two fingers here kind of spread apart and grouping together. I still might come back and change this other finger so it's less noodle. And if this symbol, the sweet children symbol, is actually I believe it's the Old Realm sigil for the letter G for the guild. But I imagine stylized in such a way that it would identify as Auntie Neon's trademark. Let's see, time to flip. Yeah, this hand doesn't look too bad. Oop, wrong layer. Alright, almost there. Alright, time to make some groups because my layers are becoming unruly. Whoop. Too many together. There we go. Groups. Now I'm actually curious how bigger her waist is from this view. Actually, I didn't do too bad to match the width of her waist. Though her proportions are still slightly off from the front view. Like the width of the shoulders and the width of the rib cage. So still need some tweaking on that one. More groups. Weird. Okay. Trying to bring in some more perspective onto the brand. There we go. Alright, eye shape. You know what? I'm gonna cheat again and copy paste that eyeball and just touch it up a bit. She has a very hooded eyes. Kind of a sharp, almost diamond shape. Of course, a lot of my characters do because I really like that shape and anime eyes. simplify these eyelashes. They're looking a little scary. Alright, Bat fans. I don't think I have the brain power left to do the profile view and the rest of this tonight, but I think I made some good progress. Let's take a look. Yep. I'll pull out my anatomy references and start double checking this stuff. Sometimes you just want to draw off the cuff. And that totemic aura is going to be challenging because she has a bunch of chain links that appear. And then they start breaking away from the main chain and they're all glowing and guaranteed to melt the artist's brain when they have to sit there and draw all of them in perspective. Ugh. But it'll look really cool if I can pull that off. But for now, that's it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign off and bask in having drawn a booty. And the rest. So thanks for joining me tonight and testing out the new technology. And maybe I'll catch you guys again now that I know how to stream in all the places. So I'll check you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.